have to make a second part. If you have not watched my last video about Satan is working overtime to control humankind, please do so. I was trying to find a thumbtack for the video, and I put in fallen angels, and all that came out, and I did all kinds of different things, and all that came out is these beings, they look like human beings with wings. I don't think in the Bible, I don't know, there may be. Let me know if you find anything. If fallen angels or angels are even portrayed as people with wings, or men with wings. I know when these angels came to Abraham, or even these angels that came to Sodom and Gomorrah, to Lot, they were regular men. Anytime angels come, they're appearing as regular men, son of men, son of man. And so I believe that these angels with wings, or human beings with wings, I think they're from myth, and they're not really established in the Bible. Are they symbolic? Because they are angelic beings, you know, they portrayed with wings. Please let me know what you think, and also if you find anything like that in the Bible. I find more things in the Bible where angels, and that includes the fallen angels, appear as men. I know I have been indoctrinated too to believe angels have wings, like Gabriel, the angel Michael, whatever. Okay, and so when I was looking up fallen angels and I see all these pictures with wings, well, that's what people think about. And again, we were brainwashed to believe that. Now why? Because see, this is how we do not identify these fallen angels. It's hard to identify them anyways if they come as men, regular men, right? But we're not on the guard either. When we think, oh, well, an angel has to appear with wings. So really, we're letting our guard down in a way. Also, Satan, for instance, or actually it's Lucifer, it's not Satan. I believe that word Satan is really for all fallen angels, stands for all fallen angels. The leader of the fallen angel, Lucifer, that's his name, not Satan, or devil, because they also say devil or devils, right? Is always kind of shown as a sinister person, dark, sinister person. I'm not talking about black skin, but more dark, sinister person. When you look at my thumbtack from my last video, you can see that. I don't know why. I guess people want to, or we're supposed to be brainwashed to believe that we can, recognize an evil person, or even Satan or fallen angels. So fallen angels are sinister and dark people. But I believe it's just the opposite. The reason why I believe it is because I see it in the Bible. Lucifer is an angel of light. He was the most beautiful angel, or is the most beautiful angel amongst all angels. He is not an ugly person or a sinister or dark person. He can come as like you said, angel of light. He can come as a very charismatic, good-looking person. And most evil people, yeah, they come as good-looking, charismatic people. See it all the time. So I want you to be aware of that. And my cat, of course, has to be walking across again. I want you to be aware of that. Do a study on angels. I forgot to mention Ephesians 6 last time, and I put it in the description box of my last video, and I want to just read it right now. Finally, be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power. Put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. That is the devil's schemes. Devil means, of course, here all fallen angels that are scheming all the time, that are controlling our government. There she goes again. And it says here, for our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the power of this dark world, against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. So we are really fighting against the fallen angels and the demonic forces, which are the souls of the Nephilims. These giants they created before the flood. And I talked about that in my last video a little bit. The Nephilims are the souls of these giants, these children that the angels, the fallen angels, created with the human women. Their souls cannot, I call them earthbound. They're earthbound. And so what they need to find is another host. They're roaming around, like ghosts. Okay, they're not ghosts from dead people. They are ghosts from demons. Please understand that. The dead people are gone. They're not coming back. These ghosts, or if you ever have any connection to somebody who calls themselves a dead person, somebody you knew that died, people, they are demons. Any haunted house is haunted by demons, not dead people. They're the souls of these giants or Nephilims before the flood. And they're seeking a host. We saw that during Jesus' time. Jesus cast out the demons. Where did they come from? Well, now we know it. And they have to find a host, whether it's a human host or an animal host. Of course, they don't like necessarily an animal host. I'm sure they will choose a human host. Another thing I want to add here, I believe these aliens, these gray aliens, are really built to house these demons. And I also believe, and I mentioned that in my last video, that AI, these robots, okay, this artificial intelligence stuff, I believe are going to be, or probably already, are avatars for the demons. There's no doubt if they have consciousness and they're going to try to do that, they don't just try to create, just robots, but they really want to make sure they have consciousness then I'll guarantee you that these demons will enter these robots, these AIs. And they want us to get used to that. They want us to get used to believing that they are good things. They're going to help us. Yeah, but in reality, they are avatars. I hope you saw that movie, these movies, I think 3 of them, called Avatar. Because they show it very, especially the first one, show it very nicely how human beings build these biological machines, creatures, and human beings, actually their soul, their conscience went into these machines or avatars. So the thought is already there in the movies. That means they're already planning these kinds of things. Usually movies are not like science fiction. They're usually getting these ideas from the real thing. Oh, they're saying that science fictions because we don't know it yet, but the scientists work on it. I'll guarantee you Elon Musk is working at it. But I needed to add that too, because that is coming. But we already have aliens like the Greys that are already this kind of an attempt to give these demons an avatar. They're just older version, like from the 40s. Yeah, 1940s. When they didn't have the technology yet that they needed to build real avatars, like human kind of avatars. So yeah, these fallen angels are disguising themselves so we do not detect them. Same thing when, with the representation of Satan, Lucifer, right? He was always made look like with horns and stuff like that. And I believe that's not true. That's made up. It comes out of myth. Again, it is to cover up. It's to cover up so we don't understand, we don't realize that they're all over. We don't know. We meet a man, do we know he is a fallen angel or an angel? Because what does the church, what does the Bible say? We're supposed to be hospitable. So just in case, because we don't know if we would host an angel. Somewhere Paul said that. Okay? If you know the verse, please let me know on the bottom. So angels will come like normal human being. They're working in our government. Do you understand? I always said, oh, the Jesuits, they do everything. No. There's also fallen angels. There is, 1/3 of the angels fell? And where are they? They fell on this earth. They were kicked out of heaven. They're on this earth now. They have created this political system for 2,000 years, and they're working in our government. They're always the ones behind it, and we're saying, oh, that's the elite, that's the shadow government, blah, blah, blah. But in reality, it's the fallen angels. And where is Lucifer? He is probably in the Vatican. Some man in the Vatican, who knows who. People say, oh, he incarnates into somebody. Well, I think somebody Satan can do that too. But again, Satan is just a name for really all fallen angels and maybe even demonic forces. I don't know if Lucifer himself can actually go into somebody. I don't know. or if it's only the demons that can do that. Again, because under Satan you have all these fallen angels or forces together. But yeah, if he can enter somebody or influence somebody's thinking, he's definitely in the Vatican. Because that's the highest human agency in the pyramid of power. That's why. Look at Daniel 7, the 4 beasts. The little beast is on top. The little horn is on top. It's the highest power. It controls all the 10 horns. It controls the beast. It now even controls the beast out of the earth, which is the United States. There's no doubt in my mind. They have been working on that for hundreds of years now. And they do have it in their hand. The Vatican, fallen angels, absolutely have the United States in their hands. And we're being misled. Sorry. Sorry. That's why I'm always saying that no matter who is president, they are being controlled by the same people or beings. Means the fallen angels. They're not going to make it. A president is not going to make it unless the person is approved by Satan himself, by the fallen angels, by the Vatican. That's the hierarchy of power, all the way from the top. All-seeing eye on top. Okay? So that's important to know. I wanted to make this video just to kind of clarify some of these things, maybe that I didn't have time to say in my last video. And specifically concentrate on these fallen angels. I also, if you have seen my last video, I focused on, or I mentioned this video that I saw, who were the sons of God before Adam. Now be careful with the channel. I do not know anything about the channel, but that video was a good summary. Okay? I have done my research about it, and that was a good summary. And that's why I say, okay, you can watch it. But I also wrote, watch with open eyes. Don't just jump into these things. Same with my videos. Don't just jump into them. Do your own research. They're supposed to be there to motivate you to do further research. There she goes again. Get your tail down. I'm coming to an end. This is going to be a shorter video. You have any research that you can add? Biblical things, let me know. Things you have thought about, questions you have. I'm always very thankful for all your comments, because these comments are important to get my videos out there. Thumbs up are important. I really believe that comments are important. My German videos have a lot of comments, and I think that's why they go out. There we go again. Come on. All right. They go out to more people. Again, it's always up to God, of course. Just want to mention it. Give me a thumbs up, comment, and share my videos. Everybody else says that, so maybe I need to add it at the end too. And most of all, people, I'll tell you, she does that on purpose to get attention. But always let the Holy Spirit guide you. I know I have people always asking me, well, how do we know we have the Holy Spirit? I think you just need to trust. Trust God. Jesus said he is going to send us the Holy Spirit, and the Holy Spirit is the only one who's going to teach us. I'll guarantee you this, she's doing that on purpose. Are you doing it on purpose? Huh? Are you doing that on purpose? Are you doing it on purpose? See, now she's turning away. She does it on purpose. She knows it. Anyways, let the Holy Spirit guide you always.